Early lives is something you got to deal with. What's up, y'all? What's goody? What's goody? It's been a long time. What's good with y'all, man? I'm on the chat. I see everybody coming in. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, we're gonna jump into an early one this morning. It's probably been about a good 2 weeks or something like that. But I told y'all, just because I ain't here doesn't mean that I ain't here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm around. Hashtag around. Make sure y'all follow me on my Instagram, y'all. At ITSARP. I'll be around. I'll be around. Shout out to the new members in the building. Who's in here? Who's in here? Queen T, what's up, love? Hassan, what's up? I missed the Hassan Campbell topic. Is that too old to talk about? I ain't had time to get to live for that, but you tried it in the building. What's good, love? I didn't have time. I really I really had some thoughts about that shit. It's like you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. I'm not laughing at dude getting shot or nothing like that. But man, that was such a fucking stupid video. And damn, I had a shitload of sorry as true opinions on that. But I just didn't have I might have been out of town when that happened. I forget. But yeah, that was ridiculous. Pretty Rasta, what's good, love? Shout out to everybody coming in. I see y'all. You're phenomenal. If I know one told you today, I appreciate that, whether that's to me or to everybody else in the chat or everybody included, all of the above type shit. We appreciate y'all. Flow easy. Welcome to the RBE family. 100. I see y'all. QT 36. Good morning. I've hit you up about 3 times on Twitter about dollar bills, battle dropping. We still got a lot of footage to get out. Shout out to Ruin Your Day. They are working diligently right now to get all of our footage that's still backed up, edited, and we can get that up on the channel for y'all. I think we dropped about 4 or 5 intakes from the last card at this point. The final Blue Room battle dropped, which was K Venom versus Jay Breed from Max Out 3. So y'all have all 11 releases from Max Out 3, the epic event, the event of the year, up on the channel at this point. But the intake card, the last intake and the No Way Out battles that we did, Lawrence and Wing did like 30-something battles. And we got Ruin Your Day over here doing full circle edits, doing intake edits, doing Blue Room edits, doing trailers, and then they work with a bunch of other people too. So that's not an excuse, but we're doing our best, and the intake battles will definitely continue to drop. And speaking of intake, I might as well jump to that real quick while we're here, because this Saturday and Sunday is going down. Yeah, let me get to RBE business before we get into anything. RBE business real quick, y'all. This Saturday is going down. We got the Bricks versus the intake. Shout out to all the Bricks for being a part of this card. Shout out to all the intakes, the guys that are getting their looks coming up within the RBE system and structure that Lawrence and Winged has put together. When it comes to the intakes, I do follow a bunch of the intakes on Twitter, and when I do go on my Twitter wall, I scroll and I do see you guys promoting. I see you guys trying to create energy out there. I continue to call homie out, the Uncle Ninis of the world. I'm paying close attention. You got Young God ATM on there. Ziggy B's been doing this thing. I'm not going to try to mention everybody on the intake side, because if you leave somebody out, they're going to think that was done on purpose. But as far as the Bricks, we got some known hitters there. Of course, you got Coach Coleon. I think he's one of the best punchers out right now. Of course, you got your tried and true veterans like the Bigg Ks of the world, the Rum Nitties of the world, the Danny Myers of the world. I kind of consider Danny Meyer a puncher to a degree, but Coach Coleon is one of them, if you ask me. Caution, and not only is Caution battling this weekend, but Caution, we just dropped Caution versus RX, the trailer for the Full Circle rooftop battle that was done. Let me try to come over here a little bit. that was just done. And right now it's on the channel for members. You will be able to see that battle right now if you go to the YouTube channel. And I think it'll probably drop to the rest of our subscribers and just general YouTube either tomorrow or Friday. But the trailer is out, and it's also on the channel for the members. So shout out to RX versus Caution. I did not watch that full battle yet. I'm going to watch it live when it premieres on the channel with everybody else. So I don't know who won. I don't know how crazy the rounds were. I did hear some things. Of course, I spoke to them when the battle was over. So shout out to Arcs and Caution. Thank y'all for coming through and putting on. But I need feedback on that when it premieres, and also feedback in the comments right now from the members. Shout out to Jay Breed. I see Zay on there. Oh, Peaches. Osino Savvy's on this card. Will Major. 6'8" is on here. Notes is on here. There's some tough bricks on here. Fate, Prophet, Jers is on here. Jers, first time I saw Jers was on Bags and Bodies, the Bags and Bodies trailer. Shout out to my nigga Holla. But yeah, I got the bricks. Shout out to the intakes, but I got the bricks, man. Cut it out. I got the bricks. So that is this Saturday. This Saturday is what? The 16th. All right. And we in VA with that one. So if you in the area, pull up to that bricks card Saturday, and then Sunday we got the intake and the one-off. See, this is what I mean about all this editing. Lawrence and Wing, when they come outside, they do 2-day events and all this shit and 30 battles on each card. So getting them all up on the channel is absolutely the RBE job with Ruin Your Day as well. So that's our job. That's on us. We're going to continue to roll those out for y'all. We got y'all. But geez, it ain't easy. So I think this is being packaged for y'all as well as a 2-day purchase. So go to rapgrid.com if you want the VOD and you can't be in the building, or go to rarebreedent.com if you want your tickets to be in the building. The ticket purchase will get you your both days, Saturday and Sunday. I think they got it up there for the low for you too. Of course, tickets will probably be available at the door as well. So yeah, if you're in VA, pull up, man. 2-day event this weekend. We working. Let me take that down for a second. Let me come off of the bricks versus the intake battle that's going down this Saturday, and then the intake, and then the one-off that's going down this Sunday. And let me talk about real quick, Full Circle. Once again, big salute and shout out to everybody that is either booked for a Full Circle battle. Look at this. This is crazy. I'm calling it a Full Circle battle. It's a fucking straight to it battle. I can't fuck with these Ruin Your Day guys, man. Their production is so good. You know what I'm saying? But that's no different than the Max Out brand being as big as it is, but people still calling those battles Blue Room battles. Sometimes the battles, based on the theme and the promotion and the marketing of it, they take on like a different life. You know what I'm saying? So when people see straight to it announcements now, they're going to expect Full Circle, and Full Circle is taking on, kind of what people reference now for those. And it's going to continue to grow like that because we got a bunch booked. We got some coming up. Fuck it. This upcoming week too. All right. More Full Circle battles being shot this week. And like I said, RX versus Caution is either going to drop on the channel either Thursday or Friday. But yeah, Full Circle. We might switch up the look for y'all. So the ones that we just did for y'all, of course, we finally got Arsenal versus Jag done for y'all. Dope back and forth. They both put on. They did their thing. Shout out to these two guys finally getting this grudge match off. Blood versus Crip shot in LA on the rooftop. And then, of course, you got the entertaining Charlie Clips versus QB Black Diamond. That's on the channel now for y'all. Go check that out. Put your comments in the comment section for me. Let me get y'all feedback on this battle. Shout out to my nigga Charlie Clips. He's always going to find very entertaining ways to make sure that when he takes the stage, he's giving us, some good moments to take away. So shout out to my nigga Charlie Clips and QB. I think QB has been slept on for, Wody. I think she's been slept on. I think she's had a stellar year. I know she just battled E Hart. I didn't get a chance to watch that one yet. I got to double back and make sure I finish off Remy's card. Shout out to the cancel Christmas event that just went down. But yeah, QB Black Diamond, shout out to you for the stellar year. You should be in Wody conversation. But yeah, more Full Circle on the way. I know some of y'all have heard the chatter about Mickey Fax versus Averb. I will have Mickey Fax on the channel with me probably this weekend or early next week. We're going to sit down and chop up some stuff, chop up some updates, maybe chop up some battles, but shout out to Mickey. We've been talking about his debut on RBE for years at this point. It's because Mickey Fax, he always had this plan for his battle rap career, right? He's not a full-time battle rapper. He is a pillar. He is one of our really internal guys within battle rap. He is to be respected. He is to be appreciated, but he doesn't battle rap that much, right? He wanted to battle on RBE to close out his what he perceived as his trifecta. He battled on King of the Dot versus Daylight. He battled on URL versus who do you battle on URL? Who the hell did Mickey Fax battle on URL? Damn, I forgot. I'm bugging. But now he wants his RBE battle. He feels like that's closing out his trifecta. That's his last joint, and he's done. I think even though we've always looked at Mickey Fax's RBE debut as his last battle, I still think there's opportunity out there to see Mickey Fax after that again versus either Iron Solomon or B Dot. I told on the channel before the story of Mickey Fax versus B Dot. We was in the process of getting that happening. Other people put their hands in the pot at the same time. If I don't got a battle contracted, it's all fair game. Can't bitch or complain about that. But some little funny stuff between whoever's involved with that, ain't nothing new. But it's still something that could happen. It's still something that could happen. I don't know what's up with B Dot these days, but shout out to B Dot. If we bring B Dot outside, we will put it on the roof for a full circle battle. We absolutely will put it on the roof. All right. So that and Iron Solomon, shout out to Iron. We haven't seen Iron since, I don't know, was it the Ill? No, not the Ill. Yeah, was it the Ill battle? We haven't seen Iron Solomon in forever. But I think those are the only two battles that I'm aware of right now that would make Mickey Fax consider not having his Averb battle being his last match. Other than that, this is his last match. So shout out to Mickey, shout out to Verb. Fuck it, I'll let y'all in on a little secret. People say that from the champion side of things, there's a criteria to be mentioned. It's a certain amount of battles, and I think Ill Will needed one more battle to be considered based on his activity for 2023 for champion of the year, and he has a full circle battle coming up. So he has made his quota. You guys will be seeing that drop on the channel before the year is over. Right here in December. We in December right now. You guys will see the Mickey Fax versus Averb, and you will see the Ill Will battle. Who he's battling, and I'll keep something on the tuck for y'all, you know what I'm saying? But I think the matchup is dope. It's something that nobody was really thinking about. Ill Will suggested it. I'll say it like that. Sometimes ARP be on his mad scientist shit. But when we was politicking his full circle battle, he mentioned a couple names, and this was one of the names. So you got to be careful with a nigga like Ill Will. Regardless, he's to me the best battle rapper in the world, and if he happens to put a target on you, you know what I'm saying. But who he's battling is nobody to ever take light. He's gonna get in there. He's gonna do his 1-2. So. Ill Will full circle battle coming up. But yeah, like I was trying to also mention, the next full circle releases that you see on the channel after the Caution and RX, they may not be on the roof. I don't want people to say rooftop battles. I want people to say straight to it full circle battles. And like I told y'all when we first kicked it off, and y'all will continue to get in the loop as we roll more and more of them out. It's about the battlers, of course. It's about the quality of just getting in there and rapping and not having to deal with anything else, not going in or out, none of that. You know how we did the Straight to It series in 2022. We did like 1 million battles from that series, quick, back to back to back to back, 17 battle cards and all that type of shit. And you got some great matches out of that. Those events. Now we're just doing them as one-offs instead of full events. But like I told y'all about Straight to It now in 2023 and then leading into 2024, it's going to be like Social Distance, where we put a heavy emphasis on the production, right? So this is where you unleash Ruin Your Day and Avocado and all that creativity and say, you want to do one in an abandoned building, you want to do one in an abandoned school or hospital, some shit, you want to do one in the alley, you want to do one on the rooftop. People forget, like the rooftop shit and all that. URL has done that before. You got like Saga and B Dot, which is a classic battle, but that's Avocado. It's Avocado's idea. That's Avocado's place with that roof. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what Avocado is saying he wants to do. The only difference is now from a production standpoint, we're getting fully out the way. So you want to do a full circle around it. You want to put fucking fire lit barrels behind it. Go ahead and run. And RBE got your back on this. So I think the full circle straight to a battles are going to continue to be creative for y'all. And like I said, more coming up. And the Mickey and the Verb, as well as the upcoming Ill Will battle, they may not be on the roof. So we'll see what they look like. All right. So yeah, we spoke about some RBE business. Once again, go check this out on the channel right now if you're a member, and the full release will be either Thursday or Friday. I'm gonna watch this live with y'all because I haven't seen it yet. All right. I'm still not jumping to the topics yet because I'll be off the channel for like 2-3 weeks. So I'm gonna politic with y'all. I got a quick shout out. I got an email from YouTube. I know the year isn't over yet, but I got an email from YouTube giving us some of our congratulations. In 2023, the RBE channel has done 17 million views. I really appreciate that. That's nothing to sneeze at for us. The battle rap culture, we go crazy when there's a million view battle, right? Because we don't average 500,000 views every drop. You know, you got up and comers, even some of our biggest names, depending on how the battle is promoted, depending on how the battle turns out, depending on if it has replay value, all of that. So 17 million views on our channel in this year is dope for me. I'm honored for that. I really appreciate everybody with their hand in the mix. You know, it's a long list. So shout out to everybody. 291 uploads. So if you break that down, if you average that out into the days in a year or the weeks in a year, I think that's dope. I think that's very active. That's a lot of content. 291. It's very possible. We're at the 13th right now. It's very possible that we can get this to 300. 300 videos to touch the RBE channel in a year. That's a lot of content. I'm proud of that as well. 117,000 comments, 120,000 shares. The video of the year, YouTube is telling us by rank, by that blitz factor, as far as people rushing to it and everything, is Hitman Holla versus Ill Will. Shout out to y'all. The first million view Blue Room battle. And I'm not just talking about Max Out 3. Remember, we did the Hollow versus Ill Will Blue Room event. We did the Ill Will versus 40 Bars Blue Room event. We did the Murda Mook versus Bigg K Blue Room event, right? But Max Out 3 with Hitman and Ill Will is the first Blue Room video to hit 1 million views, and it's ranked by YouTube to close out the year as our top video. So shout out to y'all for that. The top live stream YouTube ranks for us is the Max Out 3 face-offs. So shout out to those 2 videos, everybody that played a part, whether you're rapping, whether you're doing a face-off, or whether you're in production, or whether you click play and did a share or a like on it. Shout out to you. Those are the 2 top video and stream from 2023 that YouTube sends us. And since I'm on YouTube, I put this on my gram, but I do also need to thank y'all on the channel as well. So we are gracefully right now sitting at, I believe, 440,000 subscribers, and nothing to sneeze at. The world of YouTube is huge. There's a lot of channels out there with hundreds of thousands of subscribers. There's a lot of channels out there with million-plus subscribers. A lot of channels. There's a lot of multi-millionaires off of YouTube. There's people that they don't even have to pay for content. There's people that have million-plus subscribers and they don't have to pay for their content. Like, as a league owner, you pay for your content. If you got to pay Hitman Holla $1 million, that's the price of the content, right? You got people that do vlogs, like Casey Neistat walks around the city and shit, or goes on vacation and brings his production is 10 out of 10. You know, he's also an interesting and charismatic personality on camera, but it's free content for the most part, minus his equipment and his time for editing and production and everything. So I know in the world of battle rap, we are small when it comes to comparing and scaling to YouTube, but still having 440,000 subscribers in the YouTube battle rap space is a huge accomplishment. huge. And I see comments all the time on my gram, people saying, we need to get RBE channel to 500,000 subscribers. We need to get to 1 million subscribers. The battle rap industry is not easy to pull views and pull subscribers from. So to sit where we sit really, really is an honor. We might be number 3 behind URL and King of the Dot, the 2 platforms and channels that probably started like 3 or 4 years before us. So it's all an honor, man. So even though we're at 440, I double back to get the silver plaque, right? So we got this in the mail. That's an honor to have. I'm gonna find a spot in the crib to put it up on the wall. It says presented to Rare Breed Entertainment for passing 100,000 subscribers. So yes, we got our silver plaque, and I think there's 3. I think they got a gold plaque for 1 million subscribers, and I think they got a diamond plaque that might be 10 million. Good luck. I don't know who got the diamonds out there, but it is what it is. I'm honored to have my silver plaque. All right. And we really could have gotten that years ago when we first passed 100, but it's still an honor to have one of those, be a part of the massive YouTube space. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm seeing y'all in the comments, man. I really appreciate y'all. I really, really appreciate y'all. But yeah, we just hanging out before I get to the topics, y'all, because once again, I know I'm not here sometimes weekly and all that. But shout out to my mods in the building too. I see y'all. Thank y'all. But all right. I can get some new pickups real quick. Why not? I just ran to Vegas real quick, like last week or something like that. I'm going back to Vegas. Definitely, I think it's either February or March, because I just saw a post that the Woo got a Vegas retainer now. So I'm gonna go. I haven't seen the Woo perform live in a long time, and they got show dates coming up in Vegas. So I'm definitely going back out there for that. But every time I'm in Vegas, I do a lot of shopping. I try to bring damn near a fucking empty suitcase with me, because I know I'm bringing a lot of shit back. And this time when I went to Vegas, I also knew I had to do a lot of Christmas shopping as well. So I damn near had a big ass empty suitcase with me. And speaking of suitcases, y'all, when y'all travel, don't check no designer suitcases. Like if you got designer bags or whatever, make sure they carry on. Designer suitcases, that's a dub, man. Like them people, shout out to the people at the airports, but them people play too many games. All right, there's too many schemes. There's too many people open up zippers real quick, see if anything's laying on top or whatever. Or some dumbass person is checking their wallet or some stupid shit. You know what I mean? There'd be valuables, jewelry cases or whatever. Have a more discreet suitcase. No, don't do expensive luggage, and make sure that it comes with a lock, or you could put a lock on it, right? If you're checking anything. But yeah, I had an empty suitcase, so I couldn't bring the boxes with me, but I came back with a couple pair. I had these when I was young, and this is the version, of course, that got the Jordan going up the side. I don't know how much I care for that. But yeah, some Space Jams. Or is the all black considered the Space Jams? Are they still considered the Space Jams when it got the white at the bottom? I forget. Yeah, but I caught a pair of these. I feel like I overpaid for them. I think I paid like $380 for them. Like $380 for these or something like that. That might be the area that you're cashing this version in, this particular retro in, but it is what it is. Of course, some cherries. As well. This price is still got $275. They got me for this. That's not bad for these, considering when these came out. Not bad. $275 dead stock, brand new, ain't bad. Not bad at all. And I caught some vapors. Vapors tend to go for about 180 through 2 or something like that. But yeah, I caught this color vapes. When I saw these in the store, I was surprised that they was actually in men's sizes. You know what I'm saying? The colorway. I was surprised. I was like, yeah, let me get those. Take those. And while I was going through my J's, I got a throwback retro I'm going to show y'all. Reason being is because I got a whole wall of Yeezy 350s and Air Max 97s. Those are 2 of my favorite sneakers of all time, right? And I almost have every 350 color, Yeezy 350. If I don't have the Yeezy 350 color, I think it's disgusting. Other than that, I feel like I have almost every fucking Yeezy 350. I've been collecting Yeezy 350s for almost 2 years now. And 97s, I doubled back and I did it real fast. Like I was getting shipments, 7, 8, 9, 10 pair a week of 97. So I did 97s real fast to bring myself back up to speed with all the 97s I want. Will I ever have all the 97s? Shit, no. because the 97s, I feel like there's over like 150 colorways of them. You know what I'm saying? That's just a guess. So right now, considering the ones I just showed y'all, I'm spinning to 11s, Jordan 11s, my favorite J of all time. The 13s is up there, the 4s and the 3s is up there, but the 11s was always my favorite J. So now I'm spinning towards collecting 11s. Um, and while I went into my closet real quick, because now I'm bringing my 11s out to put on one of my walls. I'm putting them in display cases, and I found these in my fucking closet. The white, well, they were white. The shit damn near looks tan now. You know what I'm saying? Low tops. And the funny thing about these is a size 8.5. And I don't know if y'all can see it on camera, but I even took the insides out to try to make them fit. So I must have bought these because it was the last pair, and I said, I'm gonna fucking, my feet gonna hurt, but fuck it, when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? It just shows how much your feet continue to grow, maybe, or something. Or maybe I bought these when my feet were still growing, because I wear like an 11 or 11.5 now. For a while, I was buying 9.5s. Then I was buying 10s for a while. But these days, I buy, like, if it's a gym sneaker, I'll buy like 11.5 or 12, something super comfortable. But I can average across most brands like a size 11. These was a fucking 8.5. I don't know what was going on in my life at that time. Look at the bottom. And so this is a real OG. So I'm gonna find some more of my 11s, bring them out of the closet, and put them, being that I'm in 11 mode right now. But that's sneakers. That's sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you know, we're having fun running around. I got to the Falcons game with a couple of my boys the other day. That was dope because as many shows and whatnot. I've been to State Farm a million times, but I've never been to the Mercedes Stadium. I've never ever been in there. And that circular screen that they got in the top is damn near game changing, man. Like, that shit is crazy. The Falcons and the Buccaneers game, it had a crazy ending, man. You know, like when you see games live, sports live, it's always different. It's always different. And to see that game come down to the last play, I think they was able to get a pass down on like the 3-yard line with their final toss. It wasn't no Hail Mary neither. You know, they had good field position, but you know, dope game to catch live. And yeah. So that's my regular shit, just hanging around, updates, I guess. Do we get into King Yella? Should we get into King Yella? Should I get into King Yella? All right. Let's get into King Yella. I see the King Yella topic going viral, and I am gonna definitely tap on briefly the Camron shit. Fucking Cam, son. And I see the title, got a little typo in it with Murda Mook versus Twork. I did see that battle. I'm going to talk briefly about that as well. Bigg K and Jazz. Let me update that title. I have a space right there. A little typo. Cool. Yeah. So let's talk about this King Yella snitching allegation. All right. Let's get in sorry as true mode real quick. All right. Now, who is King Yella? For people that might be out the loop, he's going viral right now. King Yella, I guess the easiest way to summarize who he is he's a street nigga from Chicago. You know, the street Chirac scene, especially some of the guys that cross into music, very, very popular. The drill scene, especially since the War in Chirac series that DJ Academics kind of got popular from. So, you know, I guess he's one of the names. You got your King Yellas. That's where the King Vons come from. The Little Dirks come from that. You know what I'm saying? You know, the whole BD and GD thing, it's before their time, but I guess the drill scene has amplified it along with the YouTube era to the world. That's pretty much what happened. BDs and GDs ain't nothing new, right? But the drill scene has really just made everything go viral in this social media era. And then you add on the fact that, you know, clout is just a way of the world at this point. Clout is just like embedded in almost everything. I see people making clout moves on social media every day, and I'm going to tie some of that into this King Yella shit. Now, how did some of this shit start with King Yella? So he supposedly gets arrested. He's in the interrogation room, and he's interviewed by the detectives, and he's answering a bunch of questions that, if you follow street code, some people may or may not give a pass to or label you a snitch for. So how this even started, in my opinion, is clout shit. I don't have nothing. I don't know no King Yella. I have nothing personal to him. Y'all know me. When I'm in sorry as true mode, I be trying to be as respectful to people as possible. I'm not the guy that's trying to sit behind a camera and attack people on like that that have no involvement with me. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm in battle rap and y'all see me going at somebody, we got issues, right? But outside of battle rap, you're not gonna see me in sorry as true topic mode. Being disrespectful to Diddy or nothing. Well, then again, it depends what niggas do. Maybe I would get in the bag if I really had a real, turned up position on something. But 9 times out of 10, y'all know me. So I'm not here to violate or disrespect no King Yella. I'm here just to be honest on my opinions from end to end. So the whole shit to be from the beginning to me is clout shit. I guess to a degree, from the way I understand the story, you wanted the world to know that you allegedly fucked or knocked off Cardi B. Cool, right? She's got a husband. Her husband's gonna come to her defense. He might feel offended. He's got to hear fans talking shit, yada yada yada. Y'all have y'all little get into it back and forth or whatever. King Yella, I think, lives in Vegas right now. Gets picked up by the police. While he's in the interrogation room, they ask him about the Migos. They ask him about Cardi B. They ask him about Cardi B's husband, all this type of shit. And he's answering questions when they ask him, like, is this person a gang member? And he's answering yes. It's like what y'all got Gunna for. You know what I'm saying? Like you saying that this person is affiliated as a GD. This person is a BD. He got pulled over for he got grabbed for a gun. Whose gun is it? He puts it on his baby mother. I think let's start there with the baby mother and the gun. There's an out to that. I think that that's acceptable. Reason being is because if they have an agreement where it's like, let's say I'm a convicted felon and I can't carry a gun, right? You're my BM. We live together. We share a car. And in certain states, your car is an extension of the house. You don't even have to have a permit to have a gun in your car. Once again, that's the legal classification in certain states. Your car is an extension of your home, right? And even if that's not the case as far as the laws where he's at, once again, what he's saying is she's licensed. Gun was in the car. He's driving. Of course, they both know he's protecting himself. He's not just pulling a Jewels, I guess, like, oh, damn, I didn't know that I was in the airport and that gun was in my suitcase. No, motherfucker, you riding to protect yourself, whether it's under your girl or not. But if that's the understanding between y'all, like, yo, if I get grabbed up, you know what I'm saying, or if I get pulled over with this gun or whatever the case may be, you legal. You straight. You know what I'm saying? You licensed. So we're going to say this is yours and everything's going to get thrown out. And if that's the understanding between y'all two, good money. That's not snitching. When they got Big and his code Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G. in the interrogation, not in the interrogation room, in a box together, whatever, and the cop step away and him and his man come to an agreement, and his man does that crazy ass honor movement and says, yo, you want to know what? You got your life ahead of you. You bubbling right now. You about to be a star. I'm going to take this gun. I'm going to take this charge or the crack, whatever they got grabbed for. You go ahead and get out of here. So now when he tells detectives, oh, it wasn't mine, it's his or whatever, that's the agreement between them. That's not snitching. That's not snitching. You got certain celebrities that ride around with people that acclaim the drugs, or we hear that type of shit all the time. We got off the airplane and there's drugs found and the security guard claims it. You know, the celebrity, the power, the money, the person that's going to get you out of jail and buy you the high price lawyer, or you got people moving around that don't got no felonies on their jacket, all type of shit. Sometimes they call them moving around with holsters. You call other human beings your holsters. He's holding for me because I can't, or whatever the case may be, right? So those agreed upon standards is not snitching. So that's fine for King Yella. The other shit though, and mind you, there's a whole backdrop to King Yella with the position that he takes. He's not like me. He's not like some of y'all in this chat, just a civilian, somebody that's claiming to not be a street nigga, a gang member, or in the streets or active or nothing like that. The guy's doing songs about snitches. He's going at 6ix9ine and he's saying kill all rats and all that type of shit. And he always says, I'm a real street nigga. He says all the time, I'm a real street nigga. I'm a real street nigga. I think he moved away. I think he's on YouTube now making some consistent money, whereas it wasn't really coming his way like that for music. So I think now he has a reason to kind of be a little bit more disassociated from the drama that could take his life. He's found more reasons to live. I feel like that's just from the outside looking in, where you feel like, you know, I'm not gang banging as hard anymore, or I'm not really going too tough in the music no more, which is the primary area where these motherfuckers are dissing each other. That's getting them into drama, right? So if you're not doing as much music, if you moved away, and if you finally found a consistent form of income where you actually see some type of future for yourself and your family now, that tends to make people calm down a bit. That tends to pull people a little bit more away from the streets. I'm not trying to say the only people that are in the streets and gang members don't have nothing to live for, but that could be a common attribute. People that just have less to live for. People just like, my life is my gang. That's my real family. Well, the people in this world that have their own families, you got 4 or 5 kids, you got an established income, you got a good household, strong household, you're productive, you're able to pay your taxes and live by the law. Those people don't want to walk around with trauma. Those people don't want to have to look over their shoulder. They don't want to have to be gang banging all day long. And if they still say that they do, if they go home to some corporate America job and a good family and structure and they paying their taxes, but then they still want to go back out into the street and be fucking gang members and be active all day and risk their lives in the street, that's just a whole other type of nigga. That's just a different nigga. That's just a lost nigga. Shout out to Lux. You know what I'm saying? Corporate America by day, gang banger by night. You can have that. Good job. You know what I'm saying? Everybody different, man. Those people exist. But King Yella, he's a self-proclaimed street nigga. All right. What is the codes? What is the sayings? Interrogation, interview, giving up information. There's going to be some hypocrisy in this point that I'm going to make. And when it comes to the streets, but we're still going to be sorry it's true and call a spade a spade. If you're being interrogated by authorities, right, especially when you have the right to remain silent, you have the right to an attorney, right? You're willingly answering these questions. You're being interrogated. I know we all love to think that the cops are stupid. Y'all call them pigs and this and that. And detectives are all dumb. I see a lot of motherfuckers behind bars and a lot of people in them courts, whether you beat your case or not, that probably swore these motherfuckers were stupid. You know what I'm saying? Probably think that these motherfuckers are just idiots. You know what I mean? And then they're further empowered thanks to social media as far as their reach and the evidence that they have at their fucking disposal, right? They at bare minimum have average mentalities or brain or intellect capacity at average bare minimum. There's probably some stupid ass detectives and cops out there too. Yeah, I'll probably get away with murder every once in a while. Cool. But come on. Like you're not really going to sit down in an interview and think that they're asking you these questions for their health. The detectives is not coming in that interrogation room on these recorded sessions and asking you about gang affiliations because they're fans of you, just so they go home and play your music from a different lens. No. You know what I'm saying? If they ask, is Offset a fucking gang member? Is 600 Breezy a gang member? Is this person that blah, 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 blah. What happened with you when y'all faced off in the Vegas hotel or whatever? Was this a gang act? They're asking you this for a reason. It's being documented. It's being recorded. It's to possibly be used against somebody. Answering these questions, yes or no, and you're a self-proclaimed street person, would indeed make you a snitch. Here's where, to me, now I sat back and I watched King Yella's response. I watched the live that he did with academics. I watched the one he did with Cairo. And I saw Cairo was trying to lean on him a little bit. You gotta give it to Cairo. Cairo was trying to lean on him a little bit, like, I don't know, I'm reading this right here. This right here, you said too much. You wasn't supposed to do this. Cairo was leaning on him a little bit. But this is where you go 100% wrong. When from the outside looking in, when I'm watching you speak on this, King Yella, this is where you go 100% wrong. Anytime you see somebody justify telling, giving up information, allowing themselves to be interrogated, answering questions that could be used against somebody else, answering questions that would confirm illegal activity. That's why there's things like gang enhancements and shit. You can't just walk around claiming to be a gang member and the systems or the courts of the world treat that positively. It's a negative. That's why they're going to check and track your tattoos. That's why there's gang enhancement laws, all that type of shit. They're not going for it. Ask the Black Panthers. They treated them like a gang. When you congregate like that as a people, what's going to happen? They're going to tear at you. You're going to be treated in a negative in the court of law, not as a positive. whether you think that your cause is to benefit the community or not. But when I hear somebody say, i.e. King Yella, in his response, nobody went to jail behind my statements and my comments. You're done there. You burn yourself. That's the position that he's taking. You're burnt right there. I don't understand how any street nigga could try to quantify snitching behind somebody went to jail or somebody didn't. I said this before. I did a whole snitching series. I broke down tattletelling. I broke down civilian. I broke down snitching. I went through these different chapters, right? It's all on the channel, right? If I walk into a precinct right now, if I walk into the 120 right now, and I say, yo, Ray got XYZ up on the corner. His particular shift is 5 to 2 a.m. in the morning. You're going to see him out there. Boom, 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 boom. I'm telling you, you go out there, you're going to catch him. He don't hustle through nobody else. He don't got it in the car, nothing like that. It's in his pocket. It's underneath his tongue, whatever the case may be. And then I walk out the precinct, and the cops don't move on him. They don't arrest him. They don't arrest him. Ray never gets arrested, right? I'm not a snitch. No, I am. I just gave the authorities illegal information, or I implicated, illegal activity on somebody. You know what I'm saying? That is snitching. As soon as I saw King Yella saying that, I was like, you just burned yourself bad. I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to stand on the fact that he did 4 years behind his case. But while they had you in there, they tried to use you. That's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? If you got picked up for a gun, cool. That's your situation. I've been there before too. But while they had me, did they ask me any additional information? I swear on everything I love, they did. They asked me additional information. And while I was there, and I answered those questions, no, not him. I don't know. Knows. I swear on everything I love, including let me be struck down dead right now. Even the detectives must be so used to snitching. I swear on everything. I swear on my mother's life. I swear on my mother's fucking eyes. The detective says to me, I salute. He didn't say these words. I'm paraphrasing because I swore. I salute you. The way that I answered him, the detective was damn near surprised. And in my mind, I wasn't patting myself on the back. In my eyes, I was just like, damn, y'all must be used to everybody coming in here and giving y'all something. And I was a youngin' when this happened. I was a youngin'. Like a teenager still some shit. Like this is their purpose when they ask these questions. Whether they go get that person or not, the information that you give them will still quantify and classify you as a snitch. And if you're a street nigga, not me, anybody that ever watches this, if you're a street nigga or you're into gang activities or street activities, or you get it how you get it illegally, don't hang around anybody or do anything around anybody that defines snitching as if somebody goes to jail or not. That is, he's got the snitch tendencies. You can't trust doing whatever you're doing around that person, because that is not what separates being a snitch from not being a snitch. We call little kids in school snitches sometimes. Some of y'all raise y'all kids like that. They might run up to you as a mother or as a father and say some shit. You might teach them, shut up, you snitching right now, too much. Whether that other kid got in trouble or not. That doesn't separate. I don't understand how King Yella says that. I don't understand how anybody can say that. Of course, when you're in his scenario where you're making money as a YouTube personality, an ex-street nigga or a current street. Matter of fact, he calls himself a current street nigga. I'm a real street nigga. He's getting money, he's doing interviews and all that type of shit. He's going to say whatever narrative or whatever answer he can to denounce a snitch label. I could only imagine what it's like in his shoes right now. It's going viral. Everybody's talking about it, right? But I got to assume from listening to him, he has enough intellect to know that if you quantify a snitch as what you said to the authorities didn't equate to somebody going to jail or not, so you're not a snitch, that is crazy. That is not what constitutes a snitch. You snitched. You told some shit. Was it? I mean, people want to make levels out of it now because it's so gray, right? If you want to say you wasn't Sammy the Bull with it and you didn't bring down no empires and shit, then you can say that. You can stand on that. You can say, yo, I only told people what they already know. That's another position that King Yella is taking. Let's get into that real quick. I'm not standing up for Yella here, but sorry, it's true. There's an aspect of this, which is a narrative that he's pushing of Everybody already knows this person's a BD. Everybody knows this person's a GD. It's because y'all motherfuckers have allowed self-snitching to be acceptable. Self-snitching and snitching on somebody else is black and white to y'all now. To me, snitches and snitching. Want to know why? Because I could self-snitch and implicate somebody else or get somebody else jammed up on accident, right? I could say, as the leader of RBE, behind the scenes, me, I was selling drugs. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I was selling drugs, right? I wasn't pushing battles. I was really just using this to sell drugs behind the scenes, making up some stupid shit, right? What if they decide, say, oh, word, all right, let me go grab and interrogate now and question Shato or Adopt a God or Ant or, you know what I'm saying? Or Lawrence or Wick, like, right? So self-snitching can still indirectly affect other people. Could still indirectly get other people jammed up, whether they end up catching charges or not. Being jammed up doesn't mean that you're sitting in jail. Getting jammed up is just getting arrested or being confronted by authorities. That you're jammed up because of me. Nobody wants to be confronted by the authorities any day of their life. If you end up in front of the authorities getting questioned because of what somebody else said and what somebody else did, your fucking self-snitching shit got me in a spot. I'm the civilian talking to you street niggas, you self-proclaimed street niggas right now. Hopefully you guys got this shit fucked up. I don't know if it's just this younger generation that doesn't understand or not, but you guys, you street niggas, you guys codes out there, you guys don't come down on self-snitching. You guys love to protect the people that self-snitch. You're infatuated with it. Let's call it spade. Sorry, it's true. No disrespect. What King Von did all through that documentary that we saw on Trap Lord Ross's shit, all them tweets that he dug up and all that, the shit that he was saying on lives and all that, that's all self-snitching. Look at the old Block 5, right? When Muwap does the Gucci sneakers or whatever that got the duck and the flash in front of him and all that, and you're showing that off, and the things that they were saying on live for damn near a year and a half, it's all self-snitching. What Boss Top, was that Boss Top? Yeah, Boss Top said in old Block on camera, and he's pointing at people, oh, don't say that shit about Troy, or what, and he's insinuating. This is all the type of shit that you can get grabbed and questioned for, right? You got to understand, it's not just about black and white. When you actually go ask Young Thug, it's not just black and white. They're going to sit there and they're going to decipher. Do we believe this or do we believe that? When your lawyer sits here and tells me YSL ain't Young Slime life, it's really just these genes. The jury's going to decipher. Do I believe you? Do I not believe you? The Thug and Young Thug is just about what does lawyer say Thug stands for? To the heavens under devotion. I mean, under God or something. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us that follow this music, and that's from a certain cloth and culture or background, we just like, hey, I guess I would say the same thing in court too. Fuck it, that's what's up, right? But these juries and these judges ain't naive and stupid neither. You know what I'm saying? So it just comes down to common sense, and then these codes being broken where y'all do not classify self-snitching as snitching. The term is self-snitching. The word snitching is still in it. And y'all don't care about it. Y'all don't care about it. So you're going to have even 600 Breeze. I feel like he's wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? Like his response to King Yella is this whole like, I don't know, I'm not a gang member or whatever. Okay, so I guess the position that all y'all will take then is that all this gang shit that I'm talking, all these interviews that I've done, all these podcasts, all these blogs, all these Instagram lives, all these lyrics that I've done, they're all a lie. They're all fake. They're all for entertainment. That's a good try that you can do in court if you ever get grabbed, right? The world doesn't believe that you're not some way a gang member or affiliated, though, especially for some of y'all that got real charges, gang activity and shootings and all types of shit on your records, right? So when you get grabbed, if you think you're being sarcastic on Adam 22's joint saying, I don't know what King Yella's talking about, I'm a civilian, we all look at that like sounds good, I guess, if you think you're talking right now to a juror, but no, we actually believe you're a gang member, dude. You've told us for years. But once again, self-snitching is allowed. I can tell you I'm a gang, and I hate to try to separate the black culture and the mafia and all that. And I know when the mafia was at their heyday, there wasn't the social media around it. So we don't know what would be coming out, who would be saying what. But I think, especially the black community, we revere the Italians and the mafia so much because of their codes. A lot of y'all took y'all codes from the mafia. Some of the motherfuckers didn't even fuck with black people. You know what I'm saying? I said Frank Lucas was like one of the first ones they allowed to come in and really reach that level. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I'm times where they ain't really fuck with black people like that, but we marvel in them and their story and their codes. You couldn't ask the motherfuckers on camera if they were a mafia member. You know what I'm saying? Like them niggas wasn't doing interviews or podcasts talking about their ops. You gotta be kidding me. Like the streets have changed. Social media has killed this shit. Self-snitching is allowed, but snitching on somebody else, you guys are gonna go to hell and back. So you can ease off at that aspect from King Yella, I guess. Like he's talking about shit that the world already knows, but King Yella's wrong because you're giving up information. I think here's another stupid thing that y'all street niggas is doing. It's another dumbass thing that y'all street niggas is doing. You feel like the only time you're talking to authorities is when you're talking to authorities. Did you catch that? Did you catch that? I'm in an interview. Yeah, because I'll shoot at this nigga and boom to this and then gang this and yeah, fuck the other side, boom, boom, boom. I'm in my raps. Yeah, I'll do this. I'll kill this. They all rapping about their crimes these days, right? They all are, right? It's being used in court, right? So I gang this and gang that. And I did this and I shot this, but it's okay because I said it in an interview. It's okay because I said it on fucking My Expert Opinion. I said it on Vlad. You know what I'm saying? Look at the AR Ab compilations when he's sitting there like, yo, I extort niggas, I shoot niggas, I do this, I do that. Fucking Notorious with the weight off, Skinny Me. I seen him do it, blah, blah, blah. He end up on a run and then getting bagged for murder, right? It's cool because you're not talking to the authorities, but you're actually talking to the authorities. And they continue to show you this shit that it's being brought into court. So maybe y'all think that when you're saying my friend right here is a shooter, right? It's okay because you're on Vlad's camera. But if I actually am in an interrogation room, right? As long as I don't say he's a shooter, then this shit is fucked up. Y'all niggas is weird as shit. And I just be watching from the outside looking in like, sorry, it's true. You niggas is crazy. So if you summarize the King Yella shit, the shit he did about his BM, if that's their understanding amongst each other, you can't kill him for that, because we gave all these examples of when it's understood. Biggie Smalls, you know, somebody that's revered in the hip hop culture forever. We uphold him to street codes and all that too, right? His man took the charge, right? Or it happens all the time. You know what I mean? Even crash dummies to a degree, right? It happens all the time. The youngins that don't got nothing on their jacket, let them take the charge, let them take the fall. You know, I'm gonna hold you down, I'm gonna hold down a family. You got mob bosses that have taken falls and went and sat up or whatever and held it down, and they come home to a lot, come home to rewards. You see social media jokes about that all the time. They come out of jail. What does people give them? Gave them $20. Niggas be laugh like, "What? I just sat up. I ain't telling nobody I took this charge. This was really your charge. Whatever. Boom, boom, boom." That's all understood when you're taking charges for people. That's part of the code. So if it's like, yo, she was registered, so it's hers, you can't really bother Yellow for that. That's their understanding. You know what I'm saying? That's their agreement, him and his girl. The self-snitching thing, though, you guys are fools. You guys don't equate self-snitching with snitching, because once it could possibly get somebody else jammed up, you have to put it in the same box of snitching. And the moment, also, third point to close out, the moment Yella says, nobody then got arrested or did no jail time behind my statements, gotcha. That's crazy to say, because that's not what defines a snitch. I can't walk into the precinct and say, Lil Rayway got all of this shit on the fucking corner from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's his shift. But the cops don't send nobody over there to arrest him, so I'm not a snitch. No, I walked into there and I gave the authorities information that could be used in criminal proceedings. Whether they use it or not is on them, or whether they tuck it for a later time or whatever. But that's a snitch, dog. So I can't believe Yella said that. And sorry, it's true. 1090 Jake strikes again. 1090 Jake is really, his channel is really taking off as the person that, if he's put, because that's the thing about 1090. 1090 does his homework. And I feel like at this point, he's so popular, he's got a lot of resources. There's people that could be in that local state by that local court that'll go into that court or tied to that case, get the paperwork, send it to them. You got friends, you got enemies of people that didn't snitch or whatever. They send it to him. Yo, go put this out there. No disrespect. That's no different than what happened with Adi Boom. You know what I'm saying? That paperwork that went to Bigg K, it went to other people. Remember, people were saying that. People were saying that it also went to DNA, right? And even before DNA and Bigg K went to other people, right? People were talking about the Adi Boom paperwork in Jersey or whatever, small pockets. These people that don't like you or people that hate on you, whether it's true allegations or not, could be fake paperwork in some situation. I'm not talking about Adi Boom specifically or anything like that, but they will find the popular voices, or if they feel like here's a way I can out you, if I get on this platform, if I get this person to talk about it, they're gonna send all of this shit to 1090 Jake. They're gonna send it. Now 1090 Jake still has to have the responsibility of still receiving that type of shit, doing his homework, validating it before speaking on it, because you are greatly affecting people's lives, their livelihood, and sometimes their safety. But from everything I've seen from 1090 Jake, it seems that he knows that. He knows that. He knows that. So so far what I've seen from him, from me, outside looking in, he's taken a responsible as much as possible route before putting these videos out and trying to stamp somebody as a snitch. But when he's got the proof that you done said something, you done did something, or statements or whatever, whether it came out from 5 years ago, 6 years ago, whatever, he's putting the homework to it. He's putting the production to it. He writes out a narrative to it and cuts on his camera and his microphone, and boom, somebody's in trouble. Woo! Streets, man. No, don't be in them. I'm good on the streets. I see Terrence says 1090 Jake a rat. I see that a lot. I see everybody talk about the situation where he wrote whatever they call it to try to get, I think, your dorm changed or something like that. And it was behind a situation where he got hit in the head with a lot. 1090, he's got some response videos to that or whatever. You know, you paint it how you want to paint it. Broke my heart. You talking about Yella? It's volunteering info snitching. Dark Low got caught in the same thing, man. That's why Leak Moss, a very respected guy from in the streets from Philly, that's a part of OBH. Am I snitching by saying that? I'm not a street nigga. That's why he went after Dark Low the way he did. You know, it was on his neck so much. Because Dark Low, they brought him in for an interrogation or an interview, and he answered a lot of questions. Does this person sell drugs? Did he sell drugs for you? The moment you say yes, you know, did this person do this or this person? Yes. You answer those questions to the authorities, they're gonna call you a rat, or that's really what could or should be deemed as telling. But you dumb motherfuckers don't equate self-snitching at the same level, and you should. But all right. I'm gonna move through the camera. I'm not gonna sit on the camera. I think the King Yella one was really the one that's viral right now, that I really felt like, man, I hate seeing from the outside looking in how the social media and how certain people speak on some of this shit. So I want to put my 2 cents in. That was gonna be the topic I sat the most on. The Camron shit. Camron, man. Camron is a storyteller, man. I swear to God, Cam is a fucking storyteller. If Cam's gonna cut on a live for an hour and break down some shit, I'm always gonna tune it. You know what I'm saying? Because remember when he did the one about Jim Jones, and he just sat there for like an hour and a half on his Instagram live, and I was glued in the whole time. Cam is a fucking storyteller, man. I swear to God. So the thing with Camron and the Joe Budden podcast, particularly more so Queen's Flip and Melissa Ford, right? So of course, you know, backstory is Camron and Mace, they're on the show. They're giving just a funny story about when they was in a whorehouse. Melissa Ford said some comments after that. She said something to the effect of like, what if there were underage girls in there? The times that we're all in right now are very sensitive. So any accusations or comments or attention that can stir up the pot and have people looking at you like, hey, were you dealing with underage women? Were you involved in rape in any form or anything like that? And even me saying that word right now. And I just struck my fucking video probably by saying that word. Jesus, man. This is why motherfuckers in post-production, they do the bleeps and everything. Saying that word on camera is bad. What mark am I at? the hour mark, I might go back and try to fucking strike that word. But yeah, Melissa Ford saying that, could strike a nerve with some, especially if you're Cam and Mace, right? And Cam came out with a live and he got at Melissa Ford. He to a degree tried to even out her. When you do shit where you be like, I ain't gonna say Ice-T fucked you in the bathroom for $2,000. You just said it. You know what I'm saying? You wanted that information, didn't it? Yeah, I mean, so he slapped Melissa Ford around a little bit, and of course, he took some of his shots at a Queen's Flip as well as the Joe Budden podcast. I will say this though, what I think was not just immature. I don't think that's good character to have. I think we all fuck with Camron. He's one of our OGs. He's one of our GOATs. He's one of our legends. We all fuck with Cam. I fuck with Cam. But sorry, it's true. It was very, very immature and very, I don't know. I didn't really fuck with it to see that Melissa Ford and the rest of the Joe Budden podcast, they came out there and Melissa Ford issued an apology. Whether Cam thinks that it was genuine or not, here's the thing about a public apology. It's really being done for the public, right? If that was the case, then everybody would only accept private apologies and they would be good. But Camron can't take that position because he just said it, whether he realizes it or not. He just said it. He said, I owe Nori a public apology in his live, right? That means that he apologized to him in private. But he said, I also owe one in public. That's his words, right? So when you apologize publicly, it's not about the man to man or the man to woman or the woman to woman aspect. Because we got right behind the scenes. I called you on the phone. I said, I apologize. The publicly apology is for the perceptions. It's for the fans. It's for the people to be also understanding like, okay, we shouldn't side over here. We shouldn't feel this way. It's for the sponsors if you want to go corporate. It's for the companies. It's for that. It's not for the man-to-man shit. It's not the character shit. Because the moment I pick up the phone and I say I was wrong, that's me as a man. Me doing it here on camera, it's man shit involved in that because it's not easy to also get bashed publicly or have to retract publicly. But it really is for the public apology. Okay. So whether she meant it or not, her apologizing on the Joe Budden podcast, a big platform, is still stand up because it retracts anybody that would have taken Melissa Ford's idea and ran with it. Like, oh yeah, Cam and Mace, what if anybody was underage? She comes out, she apologized. So now people mentally don't stand with that anymore. She cleaned it up publicly, right? And I think even the rest of the members on the podcast backed her maturely enough as well. So to me, it just really looks like Cam wanted to get his shit off, but he was just too late to his camera. I know he says I'll respond to it when I want to respond to it, but sometimes the best time to respond to something is when it's at its peak. But you could say I'm too big to have to play the internet games. I respond when I want or whatever. Cam wanted to get his shit off. That's one thing that I read about it. He said, nah, bitch, fuck your apology. You're not even from Toronto. I don't really agree. I'm not gonna say I don't respect that. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. You did the public apology. If you wanted more, you could have sought after it. You could have been like, yo, no, I want you to come on the show and say that to my face or whatever. I don't know. I just feel like to take that strong of a stance against them after they did that public apology, that's not, I don't agree with that. I don't really ride with that. Now, if Cam wanted to still stand up and say his side or say like, yo, I was underage in there, that's all commendable and respectable. Still speak your piece. But he didn't just speak his piece. He trashed them after receiving the apology. I don't know about that. And some of that could be involved in the blog wars type of shit. Even though you do entertaining, blogging or whatever, and you do sports, and we're going to act like we're not in the same lanes, but you are. You're still ex-rappers blogging to a fan base. And if you look at your YouTube analytics, I'm pretty sure it's going to tell you the same people that watch the Vlads, the MEOs, the It Is What It Is, and the Joe Budden podcast of the world are probably similar subscriptions. Who the fuck are we kidding? I run a YouTube channel. I could tell you this. I see that type of shit on my channel. I could tell you the other type of channels that our subscriber base watches. You know what I'm saying? So Cam, I'm not born yesterday with that one. Cam is Cam. Cam is he could get arrogant, he could get abrasive, a Harlem nigga. But I just didn't really rock with that. I didn't really rock with that too much. So then you put them in a position to be defensive, and that's where you get Joe Budden. He's gonna talk off the hinge. Fuck that, your money ain't long enough for frivolous lawsuits and all that. I seen all of that shit. That one I actually kind of agree with Joe Budden. I'm not trying to say I agree with Cam's money. I don't know how long Cam's money is. Cam probably got back in the day money still, for all I know. I don't know what Cam's money is like. Looks like he's doing fine to me. Better than fine. Like, should still be a multi-millionaire. And he's hot now. He's one of these guys that has transitioned. The Joe Buttons, the Gillies, the Camrons, the Math Hoppers, the people that have transitioned, and they're probably making more money in this field than they was in what we know them from in that field. Math Hopper's making way more money now doing MEO than he did as a battle rapper. Way more. Joe Buttons have I never seen the bougie side of Joe Budden, all that type of shit, and all the design, all that when he was just regular. Remember, his alias was Regular Joe. Now he's a multi-millionaire. He talk about, I don't drive, I got drivers and all this type of shit. Yeah. So some of these motherfuckers done transitioned into more success, and that's dope. I talk about that for battlers all the time. Find your transition points. Find your transition. So I think Camron is doing, that was a quick subtopic. I do it. Y'all know me. I think Cam is doing fine for himself. I really think it is. But I do agree with the part of Joe Budden saying frivolous, because that's a stupid ass lawsuit. And I think Cam was just talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I do feel like so, because we're in this suing world now. You know what I'm saying? We're in the sue. People look for a come up. Sue. You know what I'm saying? Well, if Cam sued the Joe Budden podcast over that, I would think that that's kind of lame, because even in Camron's tone, his response and all that, he doesn't feel defamed. You don't feel like you lost nothing. You don't feel hurt by that shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you went, that would be a money move. I just don't respect money moves like that. So Cam, I don't think that you need to go crazy on him after the apology. He might now, because they didn't talk some shit that I guess people separate that. And come on with the lawsuit talk over that. Like, the word frivolous absolutely applies in that. I'm not here to defend the Joe Budden podcast, but the sequence of events, it's funny to get another Cam live like that. You know what I'm saying? But sorry, it's true. We always gonna keep it 1,000. Come on, Cam. Come on, Sean. All right, let's do these two real quick, and then I'm out of here. Murda Mook versus Nujersey Twork. I saw it. I caught like I said, Sunday. How you feel about Hoffa flipping that coin? I'll get to that right now. I got you. I'll talk about some of that right now. So yeah, I caught it. Like I said, I was about to say it anyway. And shout out to AK. Like I said, I caught the Falcon. I went to the Falcons and Bucks game Sunday. Sunday football, right? And I'm not even a huge NFL guy. But my man Reem came into town and he copped the tickets. I remember my man Ant, not the Ant that y'all know of from the RBE side, but a different Ant. Yeah, they situated some tickets and all that. We ran out there, hung out for the day. After the game, you got the Omni Hotel right across the street from the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and there's this rooftop lounge. There's a DJ up there that's spinning everything, and it's a dope spot to go, because not only is the lounge and rooftop setting and view and everything is dope, but to just walk across the street and hang out there while the let out of the football game is happening. So by the time you have a good time or whatever, boom, 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 you go back down to your car and leave. You're not dealing with a fucking parade of traffic. So we hung out for a few. After that, got on the highway, got something to eat, made some moves, got back in front of the screens. My man Reem, my man Ant are heavy NFL guys now. I'm an NBA guy. They heavy NFL guys. My man Ant is an Eagles guy. My man Reem is a Cowboys guy. You know what I'm saying? My man Reem, he's got his fucking Cowboys jersey on. My man Ant, he got his Eagles jersey on, his Eagles hat on. He was even wearing his Eagles hat at the Falcons and the Bucks game. And I'm walking around with them feeling uncomfortable, because the NFL to me is like the only sport where the fans be moving on some gang shit where it gets violent. You know what I'm saying? It's like, know where you at. Like, we walking past people and I'm hearing people say slick comments to my man that I'm with. So I'm on the defense. I'm like watching our surroundings and shit. I heard somebody murmur one time in the hallway. We walk past hundreds of people. I heard somebody like, yo, that fucking idiot got an Eagles hat on at a Falcons game. I'm watching. I'm like, yo, what the fuck you wear that hat, man? You know what I'm saying? You gonna fuck around because you know how it go. It might be stupid to do that, but you know how it is when you with people. Like, you're gonna be right in the moment. You'll be wrong when we get home. When we get home, screaming on you, why the fuck you with that hat? Nigga, like, get us into some stupid shit. I'm too old for this shit. I'm having a good time in the game. We got some amazing seats. You know, so I'm here for a good time. You getting us into shit with these other fucking football fans because you want to be, you know, or outlandish. Like, yeah, I'm on y'all shit wearing this today. You can't do that with NFL. Every time I go on World Star, when they put up clips about fans fighting or whatever, it's always football. Them motherfuckers bang they shit crazy, so. But yeah, by the time we get to the next spot, these guys, being the heavy Eagles and the Giants fans, now they want to watch the game. That started like, I think it started like 8:00, something like that. And you know, they rivals with the shit. They heavy with it. So yeah, I'm kicking it with them and everything. We just chilling, having drinks, hanging out, good time. Other people in the mix who shall not be mentioned. And I'm like remembering, like, yo, there's some battles on tonight. You know what I'm saying? And by the time, you know, I got in a loop, it was like the second round of Geechee and Sirius. I heard that Math flipped the coin. Now, this is for you, AK. I was a part of them squashing their shit. I've said this before not just behind the scenes, but publicly. Like, I never wanted to be that type of league owner. Behind the scenes, like, I don't like the amp stuff. I don't like to see people get into shit that's avoidable. You know, I got a side to me, but I think what I walk around with, the energy I walk around with most is peacekeeper, right? And even with Math and Sirius, like, I didn't want to see them get into no shit. And the conversations and the dealings behind the scenes with those two guys leading up into their battle that RBE put on with those two guys, you know, facing off again. Even the face-off. Y'all see the face-off. They almost fought at the face-off, right? You know, I didn't want to see any drama, of course. I said this before too, but behind the scenes, that the night of the face-off, the shit when Math fell out of his chair, like, the classic face-off moment. Shout out to my nigga Math, man. but that night, you know, after the face-off, the night before the battle, you know, we, you know, kind of just walked around the side of the hotel. It's like me, shout out to Sirius and Math, and you know, we had a conversation about just trying to keep things together. You know, like, and they're setting boundaries. Like, yo, if I get, don't bump me. Don't try to punk me when the cameras is on. Don't try to push me. Don't try to do this. And I think all fronts, the RBE front, Sirius Jones front, and the Math front, did a good enough job to make them feel comfortable enough that we're going to be able to wrap our 3 rounds. Nobody's here for a sneak attack or nothing like that. And neither one of them even came like that. Neither one of them showed up with like 10 people with them for assurance. Like, when Hitman battles, he always got fucking 50 people with him. But when Hitman came with Bill versus the Bill battle, I could feel even in Hitman's entourage, people still watching. Like, I don't know what Bill's on. You never know if Bill wants some camera get back. You just never know, right? But I think we did a good job of 3 sides of that situation, you know, leveling it off as much as possible and keeping that energy as low as possible. And I think that's also why when the battle is over, it's on the footage. You know, I'm able to sit there on the microphone and be like, yo, can I get a handshake? Can I get a handshake? And you see Math and Sirius kind of look at each other for a moment, and then they're able to extend hands and shake hands. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, there's footage of them after the event on camera together, smiling. I got that on my Instagram. I think it's a classic moment of those two guys next to each other. It's like the smiling into ear to ear. Like, you know, like this, like, feels like the war is over. You know what I'm saying? Like, as men, they're able to put it down. And I think one thing for Sirius, shout out to Sirius. I think one thing for Sirius is there's a manhood side of things where it's just like, damn, I'm going into this topic and I didn't even put this in the title. You know, where you feel like somebody might have gotten over on you. You know what I'm saying? And if you know in your heart, I ain't no sucker and I'm prepared to get my revenge, and you're willing to put that down, the public way inside of it sits on our shoulders a lot. It's like the devil sitting here making us feel away. The people doing the ahas and all that. That weighs is no matter how strong or how mature you are, that's a weight on you sometimes. We all got a little bit of pride and ego. And that weight over the years, I feel like that battle helped that, because the world was able to see Sirius, stood on his 1-2 in the face off, and then stood across from Math. Like, Sirius ain't afraid of Math, not 1%, and Math ain't afraid of Sirius, not 1%. They're not afraid of each other at all. Trust me, I know, off camera shit. They're not afraid of each other at all. All right. But I think that battle and that aftermath of it helped it a little bit. So I don't want to be a hypocrite and say now the symbolism of Math and Sirius next to each other shouldn't happen. I think anytime you see Math and Sirius, because in battle rap is a small industry, so we have our major storylines. You got the RBE and the URL storyline. It's like a forever storyline in battle rap. The Math and Sirius forever. The Math and Disaster forever. There's just certain storylines in battle rap that's just pinnacles in our industry and our book, right? So to see Math and Sirius on the same stage, I think is dope. Him flipping the coin, I don't think the perception of it is correct. Because you gotta assume 9 out of 10 times an opponent for Sirius Jones is gonna reference that. Sirius Jones said it all the time, like, everybody's always gonna say this to me. So you make it hit hard. If I'm Sirius or if I'm the league, I don't request Math to flip the coin, or I stop that, or I don't know. That's a little, I don't know about that. I think Sirius is stand up by even allowing that. Just like, I'm cool, it's all good. I'm past it. I think he's stand up for even allowing that. But it's not Math's fault. Math is there doing him. Math don't mind sitting there like, yo, me and Sirius is cool. He's there. He's outside enjoying the battle. You're also battling a fucking freestyler and Geechee. Yeah. From a league and a battle side, Math shouldn't have been there. If you're Geechee, it's gold. Right. And if you're Sirius, maybe you're not even thinking like that. You're just like, it's cool. Like, I'm good. Good. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about Math flipping a coin, man. Shout out to those two guys, man. I think it's cool anytime we can see them around each other, though. Yeah, I did see the like the end of the second throughout of that one. And it looked like the crowd gave Sirius a tough night. I was listening to Sirius's boss. Sirius is a rapper. So Sirius had a lot of good material. And me catching the third, I pretty much only got to see too much of like Geechee freestyling, but battling Geechee's presence, and he's a fan favorite, and he's a URL favorite. See, that URL atmosphere, people will cater to certain battlers more, and that's one reason why I thought Mook was going to have a harder time with Twork, but we'll get to that. But yeah, it looks like the consensus is that Geechee really walked away with that. And I saw some of the post interviews with Sirius. It didn't look like he was, I've been doing this 10 years, so I know the difference between what certain people say on camera post battle and how they look. But Sirius is still Sirius. Sirius as a battle rapper is. So I don't put that on no knock on Sirius as far as how that battle from what I saw. Then I put my phone down to charge. I'm kicking it with the fellas again, watching the Eagles and the Cowboys game. Come back to my shit, and I'm seeing that the chess and the rec shit is canceled. So I'm just like, whatever. Put my phone back on the charger, walk away. I see the clips of that now, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. This is battle rap, right? We've never gotten this to a professional level where people could just fully rely on it. And when I say fully rely on it, that's the fans, that's the sponsors, that's the leagues, that's the battlers, even the opponents. Like an opponent could rely on his back end and his opponent doesn't show up. Like, we just struggle to get this to a industry that can be relied upon. You know what I'm saying? I'm not pointing no blame in the chest and erection as far as the clips that I saw, but it sucks that my attitude is just like, what else is new? Like, you know what I'm saying? It just sucks. Like, I'm like numb to it. You know what I mean? So it just is what it is. And then the Mook and the Twork. So going into the Mook and Twork battle, I was having conversations with people. I'm always competitive, with my nigga Van. That's Mook's manager. Me and him is always debating about shit. Always yucking it up on the line, talking shit about battle rap and especially Murda Mook or Hitman. I'm always defending Hitman. He's always defending Mook. And, the Mook and Hitman energy, they got their shit. So it'd be that a lot. But and also Rex Brothers on the line with us on a 3-way call with us and all that. And we talking about bets. I had Twork 2-1. I had Twork 2-1 for these reasons going in, because I felt like the energy in URL, what I've always seen is like it could really treat you like an outsider, whether it's like Bigg K versus T-Top, if you're battling Surf, if you're battling Rum Nitty, if you're battling Twork, it doesn't always feel like a neutral energy on a URL stage. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's different energies and different platforms, and that going in as a battle rap at this point. You know what I mean? So that's one. Also, Twork is a fan favorite. So outside of league aspect, he's like one of the new era top guys. His style is catering to what fans look for today, right? On the talent side of things, he's just one of them guys. He's one of the best. He's one of the best ever. You know what I'm saying? We know the knock on him, you know what I'm saying? But talent-wise, he's one of the best ever. Who are we kidding? And I think the last reason why going into it, I had Twork 2-1. So I think I just said like 4 reasons. Probably the 5th one is big room. I think Mook is better in a small room because his style. He's not as heavily emphasized on clear punchlines to the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like a Buddha setup, Bigg K type of shit. And that's fine. Everybody's different, right? He's a very wordy guy. He's a very complex writer. He's a very layered writer. That's why people will always look at the Mooks and the Luxes of the world, even the Daylights of the world, for example, and rewind and find there's more to find. Whereas the JCs of the world, the Bigg Ks of the world, the Rum Nitties of the world, the Nujersey Tworks of the world, the Danny Myers of the world, when they set up and they punch, no matter how big the arena is, no matter how loud it is, everybody got it. Everybody caught it. Those explosions, the crowd is part of the battle's outcomes. People don't want it to be that way. Battlers don't want it to be that way. Bloggers don't want it to be that way. Fans don't want it to be that way. But who are we kidding? The crowd is a part of the battle. The atmosphere is a part of the battle. The platform, the stage, the big room, the small room. When we say big room versus small room, the biggest element of a big room versus a small room is actually the crowd size. That's like the biggest element of the difference between big room and small room. Okay? So let's not be stupid. Let's not be naive, and let's not ignore history. When something is right there in front of your face and you ignore it, then that's just on you. If you keep seeing everybody keeps walking to this wall with a gun and you continue to walk to the fucking wall with a knife, that's fucking on you. You know what I'm saying? There's a point where you're just stupid. You know what I mean? So the big room element with Nujersey Twork style and his electricity of leading up to such a catchable, relatable, and a dope, talented punchline in a big room, I thought would be too much for Mook. You know what I'm saying? Last time I saw Mook in a big room, was it, in a one-on-one? Was it the Reed? That was a horrible battle. Mook's got 2 of those on his jacket that happen to both be big rooms, Iron Solomon and the Reed battle. And we could also say the Iron Solomon battle also was fucked up because it was 5 rounds. It's too much, right? Too much. But the thing about, Mook in a big stage is Mook still has a lot of presence. He's still looked at as, this is one of the top guys of all time that's walking through. He's not as mythical as he used to be to the fans because he's been accessible a lot via interviews and Twitter and this is happening, this is not happening. I'm supposed to be on this event. I'm not supposed to be on this event. I'm doing 2-on-2s. I'm in a blue room. I'm over here. I'm over there. I'm popping out. You can see me in this background, whatever. So he just wasn't accessible. You know what I'm saying? These days, Lux is more mythical than Mook, right? Being mythical is a part of your draw, right? From a marketing standpoint, your accessibility in battle rap. Not always the case in the big industry above battle rap, of course, like the hip hop or the music industry or the movie industry. Even though it does play for certain people, like you will walk up on certain characters in the streets and refer to them as the character that you saw on TV. You know what I'm saying? I'm a wire guy. Yeah, I saw Bubbles on the street. I ain't call him his real name. I call him Bubbles, and it's so disrespectful. Prop Joe, like so Marlo will always be Marlo to me. I don't care what role he plays. It'll always be Marlo. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. But Keanu Reeves is either John Wick or Neo. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's people in the street they play John Wick or Neo. You know what I'm saying? Don't call that nigga Keanu Reeves. I'm sure as big as a fucking worldly household name as he is. But yeah. Lux is a more mythical presence than even Mook right now. Mook is accessible. Mook is a guy that can pop up in an interview with Battle Truth. You know what I'm saying? Like Battle Truth is not one of the bigger bloggers. So if you got a Mount Rushmore person that could, be like, oh, I don't like what Battle Truth said. Let me jump on his shit and correct it. That's accessibility. Lux, people were going crazy. The fact that he was in spaces arguing a couple months ago. Lux is in. I was getting text messages about it. Yo, ARP, set it up. Go into spaces right now. Lux is in the spaces right now. Talk about Hitman. ARP. I was like, okay, it's a space. It's Lux. But the mythical, you know what I'm saying, aspect of things and the accessibility things changes things. And Mook lost that. And that's another. Now I'm on factor 6. Well, I felt like Twork is going to get Mook. So I'm not just doing any bias. I'm breaking down the reasons why I analyze battles going in. I incorporate all these different factors. You know what I'm saying? And I will give a lot of credit to Mook, man. Mook's presence was still very, very strong up there. And him going first is another thing. I was like, uh-oh. You know what I mean? Because Twork had such a great first round. In my opinion, I'm only on one watch. I only watched it once. In my opinion, the most important round of that battle was Murda Mook's second round. And I think he even said on camera something like, after Twork finished his crazy first round, I think Mook even said on camera something like, all right, watch this. I got y'all. Watch. Not that it is a fight back total vibe, but I need to respond. I just got punched in the mouth. That first round, he punched me in the mouth. And that second round from Mook, I feel like he came out, his energy, his confidence, his presence, and his material was strong enough to open everything up now and say, this is a neutral situation. I'm here. I'm Mook. I don't care if he's a URL baby or a fan favorite or he's electrifying or he's a better performer than me or he's a haymaker guy in a big room or whatever. I'm here. And when you do that, you open it up to all neutrality. You know what I'm saying? Like the vibe, the energy. Sometimes you could lose a battle in the first round easily. You could never get the crowd back. In a big room, you will be greatly affected. Big rooms, room battles all the time, B. Look at the vibe. Everybody's saying death to the big room. We good. Don't do no more big fucking rooms. Right? Just put all this shit together. I'm not making this shit up. So that second round was the most important round of the battle. The third round, I feel like Mook had a great round. Twork had a great round too. The piece of Twork's round that took a dip, though, obviously, to me, is the Briz moment. And Mook plays a part in fucking that up. When Briz comes out, Briz always, ever the times that he's come out on stage, like even when he came out during Battle Academy's event, like last year, something like that, the fans have been going crazy when they see Briz. I think he's going to start to lose that more and more now. But the first couple of times you see Briz come out, it's like, oh, Briz, we want you back. And he come out and he got a good response when Twork brought him out too. But Mook he ruined that shit. The microphones are on. And you can't tell me that Mook isn't doing that shit smartly and tactically for the camera and for the audio. Briz comes out and he's like, you brought him out? That's the victim. I punched him and I'm right here and I'm standing right here. Why you bring him out? All you gonna do is run on you. You screaming that shit in the microphone and all that shit kills Briz coming out. It just looked crazy with Mook saying that to Briz face. And then even when Briz walks off, Mook continue to say that type of shit. Like, I punched him in the face. Why you bring him out? He just gonna run on you. Like, you brought that's what we doing. We bring the victims out now. That's all perception. That's all part of the round. The fans care about the intangibles of these battles. That's why I said I did a live where I was like, I was getting at Rem. I was just like, yo, Rem, you can't do the Easy and the Geechee battle. This is advice. You know, Rem's a professional, but it's just and she's been on camera forever. But she was on camera way before I was ever on cameras, right? But it's just my advice in battle rap. I was just like, nah, the intangibles are part of the video. It's part of the content. It's part of the battle. You got to find a balance as a league owner to not be biased, right? And I falter to that sometimes too. I ain't perfect, right? But I know that people still look for that center of the footage, the face of the league, the person that put the battle together. They want to see his reaction. They don't want to see Rem just stone face the whole battle like this. They want to see your reaction. They look at ARP's face. Oh, ARP laugh. Oh, ARP. The battlers turn to me sometimes for cosigns. They turn to see if I react to the ball or something like that. And they put us in the rounds and use us as material. The fuck? So y'all make us part of the battle too. So the intangibles are important. And Mook doing that is it's not the rapping, but it's part of the battle. If you don't know this about battle rap, then you're at a loss on that stage. These little elements count. They're part of the content. And then what does Mook do by the time Twork kind of gets back to rap? He's, oh, my bad for talking through your shit. Now let me put that out there. Like, oh, no, I didn't mean that. The fuck out of here. You just killed the situation. It's too late. So I think that was a very smart reaction. You know, the rules change based on who you ask about talking through somebody else's turn or round or whatever. Is that part of the round? You know what I'm saying? Can Adi Boom say something while Bigg K is passing out paperwork when the rapping's not happening? Is that part? Y'all go ahead and make up them rules at this point. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you what I know from experience and being a part of this shit for fucking 10 years. So that hurt. But I think Twork still had a big round. I got it 2-1 either way. And I thought Twork was going to clear this battle. And I respect Mook for what he did. And it's Mook, you know, so I know saying that people be like, it's Murda Mook. So why would you come off like that? I said that even in arguments going in. I'm like, if Murda Mook wins, I'm not going to be shocked. It's Murda Mook. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't expect him to beat Nujersey Twork. And I do see certain people, and I saw like a trending screenshot that Van sent me and everything, and certain polls giving it to Mook. I'm not mad at that. You know, on one watch, I got a 2-1 either way. If I find the time to watch it again, could be Twork, could be Mook, but very good battle to those fellas. So you just want to tip your hats to them for that. That's dope. Bigg K and Jazz, man. I'm getting tired of battle rap right now. I enjoy the other topics way more, as you can tell. If you rewind this shit. The dog strikes again. Shout out to Jazz, man. Jazz, you know I fuck with you, man. So yeah, I got a little 30% bias about me, but the other 70% is keeping it real, man. I ain't gonna do you like that on camera. I do got K taking it. There are some little moments in there where you could feel you could pick things apart. I like Jazz's, you know, blockless little thing or whatever. It's, you know, kind of creative. And Jazz is one of the most creative people in battle rap across men and women. But I got K taking that 2-1. I want to know, put in the comments, man, who's your champion of the year? K had to not clearly lose this battle to remain amongst the top. I think you got your Bigg K's, of course. You got your Geechees. You got your Easies still in there. Twork, if he would have cleared Mook, because people say that Bigg K cleared Mook, right? If the people were saying the consensus that Twork cleared Mook, damn, I would have thrown Twork really heavy. But it's 2-1 either way for me, and I see a lot of people giving it to Mook as well. So a clear win on Mook, that would have did a lot for Twork as far as his champion of the year run. That's another quick thing about Mook. He doesn't have any battles where you can say he got his ass whooped. He got battles where you might, in your opinion, say, yo, he lost to K, he lost to Reed, or you know what I'm saying? But this motherfucker Mook will always create an argument. You know what I'm saying? He'll always find a way to create an argument. So, shout out to him for that. But yeah, Bigg K, he's still at the forefront. I think that's dope for him. We'll see how the year closes out, man. Hey, champion, hey, Jay Black, I fuck with you. You know I do. I think Jay Black is one of the coolest niggas in the entire battle rap culture. He is a butterfly effect person. He is one of the guys that if you remove him from battle rap changes in certain respects. A lot of respect for Jay Black. You make sure you got yourself in a mix, man. I don't care about that council or that process. You make sure you got yourself in a mix. Make sure Bigg K don't get cheated. I'm not trying to say that, oh, he's y'all. Everybody should have y'all clear cut. Y'all can have y'all debates, have y'all arguments. But there's got to be some strong ways to take Bigg K out of the first. I don't want to hear no politics. When I did the Hitman, Jay Black, when I did the Hitman versus Ill Will face-off, Ill Will said something in that face-off I ain't like. I'm not putting that on you individually. I never even asked Ill Will. I forgot to ask Ill Will off camera who. He said that in that face-off, man. I ain't like that. Ill Will's not a lie. He's a stand-up guy. Make sure you in the mix. Make sure that nobody in that situation is biased or bought or politically affected or none of that shit. All right, don't take. Everybody has every dog has his day. They say, right? Come on, man. Don't play that, man. Don't play that, man. Shout out to Bigg K. Shout out to Jazz. Y'all had a good one. Shout out to Chrome 23. Shout out to Rem. Y'all did y'all thing with that event too. That was a dope event. I got to catch up with the QB versus the E-Hard. I missed that one. I got to catch up with that. Shout out to those two ladies. All right. Let me see what's up in the super chat real quick. New member. Once again, appreciate you. Yeah, we spoke about this. AK. What's this? Cal Corleone. Salute ARP. I see you've been traveling. Hope your vacation went well, Brody. And Condis says hello. Oh, shout out. Oh, Cal Corleone. I know who that is in the chat. Appreciate you, homie. Thank you for your continued support. And shout out to the wife as well. Shout out to Condis. I appreciate both of y'all, man. Yeah, man. I'm moving around a lot lately. I got some more shit scheduled coming up. Just trying to enjoy myself. Work, play, work, play, work, play. You can't work so hard and forget that shit. You only live once, man. Get yourself out there and have a good time. And it's not about how much money it costs or nothing like that. You could find ways to just make sure that you enjoy your week or have a good moment this month or even this quarter. You got to make some time for yourself to have a good time, man. What do we got here? Derek Dorsey, appreciate the super. Hey, I'm the same as your boy. I wore my Eagles stuff. the Desado? Oh, Texas. Okay. When we landed in Dallas, and other news, they lined Jones up. So yeah, in football games, you got to be careful. They was heckling my boy a little bit. I was on guard as I'm walking around them, paying attention. I was on guard a little bit, feeling them. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's bugged out, you football fans, man. But yeah, that Matt flipping the coin. Y'all rewind and see what I said about that. That was a little, like I said, I have a separate side of that as well, being a part of the squashing to a degree. Lackboy 89. Since Remy Loco isn't on the Brick versus Intake card, will he be on any up and coming cards in the near future? I think bro is mad talented, but we never see him. He is super talented. So to answer that question, there's a couple people that they're not classified as bricks anymore. And that's also by their choice. Let me tell you something about RBE. RBE is not a dictatorship. I say all the time, I'm nobody's boss. I'm everybody's peer or partner to a degree or something of that nature. I'm nobody's boss. I know some people might want to treat you like the boss. There's battlers. Sometimes they call me boss and I correct them. I say, don't call me boss. You know what I'm saying? I'm nobody's boss. I'm not responsible for nobody's career. I'm not making no promise. I'm not do this. I'm gonna make you a star. I never played that position because that shit haunts you. It comes back to bite you. It fucks up your credibility. People put that onus on you. There's a reason why you don't see 50 battle rappers coming out pointing at ARP saying ARP is the reason why I'm not here. I'm not there. I don't make those promises and I don't position myself like that. If we rocking, we rocking. I'm gonna do my best when I can, and you're gonna do your best when you can, and we're gonna fuck with each other to the best of our ability. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking in general. Now, as far as Remedy Loco, Pain, there's a couple people, they don't consider themselves bricks. And there's battlers that are welcome to that. Whereas it's like, look, I put in my work. I've had certain battles on RBE, and there's certain connotations as they see might come with being labeled a brick that they don't want to do because they feel like it can maybe have them look a certain way. And I'll be out of the way of that shit. Sometimes when I hear about that, I'll be the last person to hear. I don't even be caring about the politics of the game because I don't apply them. I don't apply politics. So when I hear about anything political, I don't give a fuck about it. Politics get created by default in any industry, in any team, in any company, though. You know what I'm saying? So Loco is not a brick. He is RBE though. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Loco rock with each other. Just it's not about battle, like, oh, who you battling? It's my guy, just period. You know what I'm saying? So we was able to get a Loco in the blue room. He's got a blue room battle versus Swave Sever, and they went viral because of the rebuttal shit that was going on between them two, the freestyle and all that they did. So I'm glad Loco was able to get in a blue room. I did speak to Loco a couple weeks ago for a battle that was possibly going to happen full circle in LA. And, we held off. I know there's some stuff going on. I don't want to put nobody's business out there. I won't even say that. But we held off because of the location. I'll say that. Right. Well, or maybe I'll say that I did. I'll take responsibility for that. I held off because of the location. But I spoke to Loco, and next time I got something going on that I feel like is gonna, make sure that it's in his best interest, RBE's best interest, his opponent's best interest, and location wise and everything, everything good money, blah, 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 then definitely we'll figure it out. Shout out to Reed. Shout out to Reed Dollars. I was on the phone with Reed Dollars yesterday. Shout out to Reed. We had a good conversation. We caught up on a bunch of stuff. He mentioned Loco's name. I'll leave it there. I didn't even bring up Loco to Reed. He brought up Loco. I was on the phone with Reed yesterday. He brought up Loco. That's all I'm gonna say. So shout out to Loco. When we could work something out, I'll get him back on the platform. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy Loco, and shout out to Reed once again. Big shout out ARP. This Meezy, Ill Will cameraman. Okay, salute, homie. Salute. Appreciate you. You always support and share our movie coming soon. COD. Yeah, I put that up. I put that on my gram. Good to see that Ill Will's out there working. Good to see y'all got a movie coming up. Ill Will's a natural. Whether it's a face-off, a battle. That's why his performance is the way that he is. He's a natural. So I can't wait to see Ill Will in an acting role. So shout out to you for that. All right. Appreciate everybody for stopping through. I'm about an hour and 45 minutes. I'm not in a rush. I'm chilling. So I'm glad that we got to sit down and really rock out. I told y'all some updates, what I've been up to. We did some shout outs early on. Once again, we got the intakes versus the brick card coming up this Saturday, and an intake along with a one-off this Sunday. If you're in the VA area, go to rarebreedent.com to get your tickets to be in the building, or go to rapper.com to get your VOD. Both cards probably got like 20 plus battles on them or some shit. Lawrence and Wayne, they be just going crazy with that shit. Full circle battles on the way. We got the RX and the Caution out right now to members, dropping to the full channel probably tomorrow or Friday. The Mickey and the A-Verb is going to be hitting soon. When? Keep an eye out. Stay subscribed. We'll be dropping before this year is over. Maybe on Christmas. You never know. Ill Will's got an RBE battle coming up. It will also be dropping before the year's up here in this month of December. So keep your eyes on the RBE channel. A little work here and there. Not doing too much, not going too far, but I'm gonna pop in every once in a while, get a live off and rock with y'all. So I appreciate y'all. I'll be back with Mickey Facts within the next week or so. So other than that, everybody be safe. Fuck with y'all. Appreciate y'all as always. It's your boy. Follow me on IG, y'all. ITSARP.